We've just made it back from perhaps our most controversial lime scooter ride yet. Yes, no, the cat was largely just biting me.
We can't seem to escape the protest. Little pissing man.
Welcome to rainy and cold Amsterdam. It's been a good week since we've had any rain. We haven't missed it, but this is just rubbish. It was sunny this morning in Brussels, but it's not too far to walk to the hotel and get out of the rain again. We're at a cheese shop that actually sell warm bowls. They sell bath bombs and they sell soap. Who'd have thought? We've just done a wine and cheese tasting tour in which I pretended that I could taste all of the things in the cheese that the guy said we were tasting. But really I was just there to drink the wine and talk about the cheese. And now we've found somewhere more my speed in that it's a brewery. So we're drinking the local beer. This is a blonde. It's a fruity and hoppier number. Can't pronounce the name. Taste it. We're sitting in what we were told was a very original pub in the Netherlands. It's got original decor. It's a brewery. And all of a sudden we hear Crowded House playing. So you're never too far from home. We're in Amsterdam. It's blue skied and pretty perfect today, and we're just about to do a canal cruise. Now we had two choices. We could do the pedal boat cruise. However, we opted for the big canal boat instead.
Yeah. We all know that Michael would have just ended up pushing that boat the entire way.
Yep. So instead we'll go on this one. Much better. What you doing?
My ears are too small and the headphones don't fit in.
Oh, show us the headphone. Oh. But where are we?
We're on a canal cruise in Amsterdam.
Pretty good?
Yeah, not too bad.
Behind me is the Bloemen market. We just went through and looked at a bunch of different flowers, and you can buy a lot of the bulbs and the seeds of the flowers, which we couldn't take home with us, but pretty cool if you can buy them.
So they have 180 nationalities living in Amsterdam, and this artist has put art that you can walk on, which is carpet, and each one represents a country. And this is the Australian one. What did we do today?
We've had a massive day making the most of the sunshine in Amsterdam. We kicked off with a canal cruise, which I've been annoying Melody about for a couple of years to go on a canal cruise with me.
5 years. It's been 5 years.
Yeah, so we've finally done a canal cruise, which was excellent. Then we came back and we met up for one of the free walking tours, which is like, it's a free walking tour, but you tip them at the end. And we've found with all the places we've been so far, they're generally excellent. You'll get sort of a local tour guide, and they'll take you around and they'll give you the most interesting bits of history, and they'll point out quirky things on buildings and a little bit on architecture, and they really explain you what's going on in the place. And now we have come down to the park. We're going to hang out for the next little bit of the afternoon before we get some dinner, and probably just have a quiet one this evening because we have to go home tomorrow.
So some interesting Amsterdam facts. All the buildings are on a slight lean, so they look like this as you walk down the street, and they've all got hooks on top of them. So when they move house and move their furniture, they still use a pulley system and use those hooks at the top to move all their furniture in, which is pretty cool. And then when you walk down the street as well, back in the day they didn't actually have street names or numbers on there. So they all have little pictures on the front of their houses, and that kind of lets you know if they were a builder or if they're a baker. They had a story that related to their property. Other Amsterdam facts. Napoleon came in and decided they all needed a last name. So a lot of them just made it, if they're a baker, they named it after a baker. And then some of them just had a really good joke with it because they got to make up their own name. And there are some very inappropriate last names that they obviously didn't think would last till this day, but they're still around. So another quirky fact about Amsterdam that we learnt on the walking tour today. Definitely worth doing.
Our last day in Amsterdam, so we're going to go for one final walk around the streets to kill some time before we jump on the train at about 2. That is by Amsterdam. They have a very small park.
Yeah, no, that is Joe, but actually
Day 4, and it's my first beer in Amsterdam. A better place for it than on the canal, a little boat to watch. What these people just went through was a really old lock and weir. If you look up onto the top of it, you'll see some white winches. The white winches have chains which run to the opposite side of the weir. And I imagine, well, perhaps they don't use these very often, but they winch and close the weir on both sides, and then they can regulate the water height in the canal. Just a majestic upside down couch floating in the canals of Amsterdam. Amongst the 15,000 bikes, I think they find about 18 people and numerous couches in the canals each year. This seems like something my mates would have done. Lads!
It's the Jedi Master. For 3 hours we're boarding the plane. Yay!
I'll check this one out later. Piano bar. That's my name written all over it.
It's nice when you can get lost in the city and find places like